I'm actually en route to my monthly massage appointment. Like, let me be good and put my towel behind my back. That's what prevents me from having to go to the chiropractor as much because I follow all these rules to ensure that, my body doesn't fall apart with all this driving that I do. But, anyways, what have I been up to today? Did I make it to CrossFit? No. So my better half had an early appointment this morning. Um, and he typically gets up at like dark 30. And I noticed, I was like, wait a minute, the sun's coming up and this guy's still laying down? What's really going on? I think he just slept right through his alarm, basically, or he heard it. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry about that. It has to like disconnect from the Wi-Fi and then figure out its life again. But anytime I like wake up before my alarm, it's never good. That's just the truth. It's never good. And my friends and D over at LaSure TV, they know that my Saturdays and Sundays, they're like work days, honestly. So all weekend long was just like really just trying to establish and figure out my routine in this new home. Just trying to adjust. So, and then I have to, I mean, you kind of have to remember all this stuff happened before the holidays. We started we started looking at this home at the end of November, somewhere in that neck of the woods. And so the holidays in itself will throw off your routine. At least it does for me. Not too crazy, but it was enough. And so to move right basically in the new year, the first week of the new year, and it's like, oh yeah, there was a time I meal prepped all the time. Not like it was that long ago, but it's just like, okay, get back to the routine of meal prepping on Sunday, making breakfast meal prep on Monday or Sunday, cleaning, figuring out the cleaning routine. I mean, it's little things. I mean, I wipe stuff down throughout the week, so then it's not like on the weekend this crazy deep clean energy because I don't have time for that. And I've watched enough cleaning channels in my life for what, almost 10 years? It'll be 10 years next year. If you don't know some good cleaning channels, they are out there. So when I grew up, we grew up with just weekend chores. So weekend chores are good, but they're no fun if you have to put stuff away. That's counterproductive. That's wasting time. So it's really all about making sure everything has a home. So then when you get ready to do the chores, they don't take so long to do. I don't like spending 5 hours on my Saturday cleaning. I just feel like I'm wasting time at that point. I'm totally wasting time. But that means every day you pick up behind yourself whatever you leave out and you make sure you put it away. So then when you get ready to clean or wipe stuff down, then you're not having to deep clean. You know what I'm saying? Not that you shouldn't do spring cleaning, because you should like spring clean and winter clean and all that stuff. But I'm just saying that's the hack, is really just putting stuff away. So I do that, and that makes my life a whole lot easier. Also, getting rid of things sitting on your surfaces. Don't have so much stuff sitting on your surface, and it makes it easier to wipe down and clean. So, but for me, it was just time consuming because I went from having like a pocket master bathroom to like, oh, there's two vanities I need to clean. Obviously, there's one toilet. Um, the shower is bigger. I don't have like the little shower thing where I could take down and rinse off. So it's taking me longer. I mean, I could clean my whole bathroom in less than 10 minutes in the old house because literally I had a pocket closet. And my husband would always clean his bathroom, which was in the hallway. But now we're sharing the master bath because the vanities are separate, which I'm fine with. But he still ends up using that hallway bathroom because I'm a very light sleeper, as y'all can tell. So it took me longer just to clean the bathrooms. I'm having to get used to the floors. I'm trying out the Bana. I'm not really a fan of it. I think because I just like a good old mop bucket and a mop to clean, you know, it just feels like the floors are cleaner. But we have the it's called, I think it's LVL, like luxurious vinyl flooring, or LVF. I'm not saying it right. Which I've never had this type of vinyl. Our old house, we put tile in place for a reason. I just like the way tile cleans personally, but it was not going to stop me from like, oh no, we shouldn't move into this one. It's just a matter of like, you got to learn how to clean the floors differently. So even though I don't feel like the floors are clean, they are clean. I'm just not used to it. So I tried that. Our house has no carpet, so you be more intentional. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to break this up. So I vacuumed the other rooms on Sunday, and I did the bulk of the floors on Saturday. No, I think I did the bulk of them yesterday. I think that's what I did, because half of Saturday was just like self-care and then cooking and then cleaning. And then yesterday I had the peer group, which was so good, guys. It was such a good session. It ended up being myself and one of my peers, and it was wild because we have very similar stories, very similar stories, and why we're like doing the work that we're doing and why we chose the degree. So that just made my heart melt. Just, I don't know, God just does things in mysterious ways where you just feel connected to people in that way. So anyways, I had that, but I ended up being on the call for 2 hours. Any other time I've set up the peer group, we've literally met for about an hour, and it ends up being about 3 of us on the call. We had one other lady come on, but I don't know, she was just kind of in and out. She was on her phone. I think she just wanted to see what it was all about. She saw what it was about and was like, I'm good. And she never came back again. So, but it was just really nice to hear someone have a very similar story. And it's interesting what we both want to do when we're done with our degree. She wants to help parents that were in her situation as a foster parent turned adoptee parent, and feeling like not really having support when you have a child that really loses their way. And I am the opposite. I feel like there's not enough support for the biological parents when it comes to services being accessible to them, so then their kids never can get their kids back. And I'm not saying, neither one of us feel like, okay, we can save the world, because it's not about saving the world, it's about like just being able to help one other fellow human. So I was telling her I'm thinking about getting into coaching afterwards, and then I told her, I said, I wish we could have met each other like 5+ years ago. I think especially during those times in our lives and what we had going on with in her case her daughter, and then in my case my great niece, it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot. And when you go through things like that, you really want to have a solid support group, and it almost would be best if you had people that just understood what you were going through. Granted, I have amazing friends that were super supportive and family members, but there's only so much understanding they could understand because they have not experienced, they don't have the experience. But I'm just very thankful that I had at least something versus nothing at all. But there were times where it was hard, and there wasn't anything anybody could say except like, I'm a phone call away, you know. So, and sometimes that's all you can manage. That's better than nothing, you know. So, anyways, so today I had a dentist appointment, just a cleaning. And right now I'm heading to my massage appointment. And then afterwards, I answered some emails in between time and ate breakfast after I had my teeth cleaned. I know that's awful, but I was like, it's fine. We're just going to have brunch. But I was hungry. I could not wait any longer to eat anything. So I had to do what I had to do. But when I get back home, I'm going to take a quick walk. Not probably, after I prep things for class. Oh, yeah, and last night I did my grading. I had like 105 items to grade. Yeah. Primarily introductions, so I was just reading introductions, and those are easy grades. They're not really doing any big assignments right now. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm pretty good about mapping out my classes to where it's manageable for me to grade things, but also manageable for, I think, for the students as well. But because I'm not teaching an asynchronous class, I already feel a lot of relief with my grading. I'm like, I would much rather teach all classes with time than an asynchronous. I don't mind teaching asynchronous in the summer. I'm going to do that this summer. I think I'm going to end up teaching 2 courses, and then both of them will not have a time, and then that's it. That's what I'm going to do. So, but aside from that, once I just make sure that everything is prepped and ready for class tonight, then I'm going to take my walk, which is why I'm doing the live now. And then y'all know tonight I'll be working on my paper, which I was talking with my peer yesterday about my whole paper situation and having to submit it to someone else, and they run it through Turnitin and all this stuff. And I'm just like, y'all can't see me rolling my eyes, but just extra steps that I'm like, why didn't we do this in December? Like when I had more time. That's what gets me. And I know she's going to be like, well, I wanted you to submit it on this day. Well, I didn't submit it because you said you wanted a clean report. So I got to get this report to be as clean as possible. I got to paraphrase a little bit more. But that means I got to go through like almost 70 pages. And still be an employee, a wife, just moved home. I still have life that's happening around me. So I did tell my classmate, I said, here's the deal. What I know is that I will be done with school in May. I know that for a fact. For a fact. I will not be working on a paper going into summer of 2025. When my semester is over, I'm done. That's one piece. Secondly, I'm not going to be, I've also, would I like to be done by the March 15th deadline? Absolutely. Absolutely. But if I don't finish this thing until March 21st, then that's what it is. If I don't walk until the following spring, but I finish in 2025, guess what? That's what we're going to do. Because what I'm not doing at my grown age of 41 is you're not going to have me stressed out. I'm just not going to do it. Period. That's just where I'm at. Like, I'm just not going to stress myself out, because the more I talk about my experience with my chair, the more I'm like, okay, I can take ownership for my part, but I'm also like, there's a lot of things that were just so unnecessary that I would be where I want to be right now if we just would have followed the roadmap that was provided to us versus following some other random roadmap that I don't have access to, but my chair has access to, and it's like, I just want you to follow this. That's counterproductive. Now you're just wasting time and you're wasting money. That's just how I feel. So that's how I'm approaching. I'm going to do my very best to be done by March 15th. But I also am the person, I'm too much of a realist. And I'm like, we're talking I didn't see these edits coming at me like this where I'm going to have to go through 70 pages. Like, no. I'm going to try to get through at least 10 tonight. Try to get through as much as I can between now and Thursday and try to get this thing submitted by Thursday. But I have to be realistic. So that's just where I'm at in my life. I just got to be realistic. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter when you get the piece of paper. What matters is you got the paper. So I know I'm going to get the paper. I know that I'm going to graduate. And I know by the end of this semester, uh, I'll be Dr. Williams. That's where I'm at. Simple as that. So, anyways, let me read these comments before I go in. Hey, okay. Oh no, he totally missed the alarm. Yeah, I woke up before the alarm every single day. That's awful. Hi to these other folks. Cleaning channels are so satisfying, which is so odd to me. I watch them all the time. Me too. You'll have, you'll get used to it. Just have to settle into the house. Yes. It's notable cause, a noble cause. Oh, massage, lovely. Clown, Dr. Williams. Telling you, I just don't have time for her. So, all right, I got to go because I've made it, guys. I will see you guys on the next live. Manana, thank you for watching. And to my friend that's watching out there, of course, D, you've been watching, but my secret friends that are watching, hey, guys. All right, talk to y'all later.